Hey guys, this is Aegis, and I had a viewer send me this replay. This is a 2v2 on Tarsonis Assault, I believe is the name of the map. Handsun is actually the one that's speaking right now, and he's the one who sent me this replay, and he's going to be playing against Wave Waker and his ally Teki Tez. Handsun is allied with Meatloaf, the Zerg player, and he himself is playing Protoss, so it's going to be a PZ versus PZ. And of course, as I always mention on this map impossible to expand on. A little backdoor over here, two gigantic backdoors towards your main base, and also a gigantic ramp leading up to the natural expansion. So that's basically why you can't expand on this map. Handsun is going to be walling off near his base because the front ramp is also gigantic. And they were just talking about Dark Templar, and we'll see if Handsun decides to follow what Meatloaf has decided that his ally should do. We have Waker over here, chrono boosting out a couple of probes, always good to see early in the game. And over here, Teki Tez already getting an early spawning pool down. I believe this is a 7 or 8 pool. No, well, we'll call it a 10 pool. I see 9 drones for Teki Tez. Meatloaf starting his pool on 14. There's his, he's going to be going for roaches apparently. So, Meatloaf doesn't really know the timing for Dark Templar because Dark Templar are not going to be out before, anytime near those roaches are out if you're playing out those roaches correctly. Wave Waker going for the double gate, so he's going to be sending out a ton of zealots. I don't know why he chrono boosted out so many workers early. This is going to be actually really difficult for him to do any amount of damage, especially against a Protoss player that is dropping a forge and getting gas. Well, I believe he must have scouted this and decided to drop down a couple of cannons to defend. No, he actually hasn't seen anything. So he just has this, has a forge. I don't know what he saw that triggered him to drop a forge, but I guess it ended up being the right choice. He's pulling all of his probes off mining. There's only 4 Zerglings here. He can easily fight those off with his probes, and his gateway is going to be taking a little bit of damage here, but that cannon should finish in time. A Zella is also out as well. A probe from, let's see, Wave Walker is coming over here. We'll see what it decides to do. The cannon is just about finished. Meatloaf nibbling away at that one drone. A bunch of Zerglings streaming across the map. Wave Walker is the strangest build I've ever seen. He's not using his chrono boost on these gateways, which he should do immediately if he wants to do any amount of damage. Cybernetics core now on the way for Handsun. And Meatloaf getting a spine crawler to defend himself against any of those Zergling attacks. And it looks like 2 Zealots will get taken out here. A couple of Zerglings will remain. They'll run into the Queen. A couple of Zerglings, as well as that Spine Crawler. A couple of Zerglings do go down. Meatloaf quickly pulling back his Zerglings, making sure that they stay within range of that Spine Crawler. The cannon is complete, so the Zerglings shouldn't be able to do too much damage. A second cannon is on the way. A bunch of probes getting pulled off to help defend that cannon. Handsun does have a Zealot out. First round of Zealots finally headed across the map. Actually, he has a couple over here. And I believe Wavewalker and his ally Teki Tez have completely missed their chance to be able to do any amount of damage here. Handsun is now chrono boosting out his Warp Gate research. And Wavewalker finally finishing up his Cybernetics core. 6 Zealots now out on the field for Wavewalker. He needs to try to press this in here, possibly try to take out a couple of probes via focus fire, and the 1 Stalker here from Handsun now retreating back towards that mineral line. The cannon doing an okay job of killing off a couple of these Zealots. Looks like the probes getting pulled off the line as well. Help defend that cannon. Looks like the Zealots will not be able to do too much damage, especially with the probes fighting. The 1 Stalker is being a little bit lazy right now. Looks like Wavewalker has done a little bit of probe damage. He still has a booming economy of his own that does put him slightly ahead. He does have a pylon at the ready just when his Warp Gate tech finishes up. Meatloaf not yet getting the Roach Warren yet. And Handsun is going to be dropping a couple of additional gateways to help bolster his forces as the game goes on. Over here, Techie Tez finally getting out his... Well, actually, no. Meatloaf is finally getting out his Roach Warren, and over here, dropping a lair off of one base. A couple of Zerglings out and about. Going to be taking out a couple of these Zealots. Handsun saying go go go. I'm not sure where exactly he's trying to go to. There's the pylon coming up. Maybe seeing some hidden tech over here, or perhaps a expansion to that location. Couple of stalkers out, and the Zerglings from Meatloaf about to get their speed. Actually, no, they already have their speed. Over here, a couple of Zerglings doing a little bit of damage to Techie Tez. He doesn't have any defense over here, and nor does he have a queen. These Zerglings are not turning around to fight. Looks like finally gets back over here. He's lost, I think, one or two drones over here, and a Wave Walker dropping his fourth gateway, so it looks like this pressure will continue. Wave Walker walking up here with a bunch of Zealots as well as a couple of Stalkers. Handsun needs to focus down the enemy Stalkers and pull back his own Stalkers. Very nice job microing that one Stalker over here, keeping them alive for as long as possible, and over here, Meatloaf getting his Roaches in production. He's losing an Overlord, so he will be supply blocked for just a moment. A couple of Zerglings inside of the main of Wave Walker, killing off a ton of probes. Only a few remaining over here. Wave Walker is continuing to micro here. First Roaches are now out on the field. Handsun asking for gas during this crucial micro time. There's the micro back from Handsun, trying to get out a couple of additional Stalkers, I assume. Roaches doing a good bit of damage. The Stalkers need to hold still so the Roaches can advance over here. And Techie Tez bringing his Zerglings to bear as well. Looks like the Queen will fall. Two Spine Crawlers trying to hold the line, poking away at those Zerglings. And Wave Walker now pulling back. The Roaches are too powerful for those Stalkers to take down. Wave Walker finally getting his probes back to mining, and over here a Twilight Council is complete and a Dark Shrine is now on the way. Handsun feels behind, so therefore he's going to go ahead and go for that Dark Shrine attack. We'll see how much damage he is able to do, which I think he'll be able to do plenty of damage. Neither of these players in our north side team have any sort of detection at all. Meatloaf now advancing with his Roaches to the ramp, and more Zerglings streaming forward. Handsun saying that Roaches are good. Roaches definitely are pretty good if used correctly. Wave Walker running up here alone. The Zerglings from his ally finally joining this battle will surround those Roaches and possibly take all of them out. So Roaches trying to retreat back onto creep and towards those two Spine Crawlers. Handsun saying to just survive a pylon or a cannon just goes down. A Dark Templar is being warped in right now, and it looks like Dark Templar should be coming out onto the field on the opponent's side as well. And the Zerglings trying to get in here, killing off a cannon, but the probe's able to defend. A couple of Roaches getting warped in here, and the Dark Templar, where is he? There's the first Dark Templar headed across the map. Dark Templar over here as well. The Zerglings are going to run straight into that Dark Templar. And Handsun's first DT attack is arriving. The Queen will fall if she tries to get in here. It looks like that Dark Templar will begin smashing away a couple of these units. One Dark Templar back at home to defend, and the Stalkers have now returned home. Wave Walker trying to get out a robotics facility, but that Dark Templar already doing plenty of damage. 4 kills, and Techie Tez has left the game. Roaches streaming across the field as well. Handsun declaring the other team's noobage, and Meatloaf and everyone has left the game. So Handsun doing a pretty good job throwing down that Dark Shrine, cleaning this game up very